Hi, I'm Julie Turner with Julie Turner Movement, and if you're watching this video, you are on my YouTube channel. So this is a great resource. You can get a lot of free videos and workouts, and I have all my videos categorized into different body parts and pain points. So go ahead and check that out. Hit the like button if you like this video. Leave a comment if you want to ask me for more things. You're also always feel free to reach out to me, info@julieturnermovement.com. And be sure to subscribe to my channel so that you get notified every time I make something new. So this workout is all about our deep core and our neck and shoulders. So I want to do a little bit to set up the shoulder stability and then strengthen that connection, because that is the way we make lasting change in our body. So I've got with me a set of 3-pound weights. You don't need those. You can do this with water bottles. You can do it with 1-pound weights. You can do it with nothing at all just to get the movement down. And I'm also going to use a set of exercise sliders, which you also don't need. You can use a towel or socks or anything that slips on the floor for when we do those exercises. But I'm going to start with some deep core just to get us connected in the right way, and then we'll go from there. So lie on your back, pull your knees in towards your chest, and then just circle your legs around once or twice in each direction, just to loosen up the low back. And then place your feet down on the ground, finding your neutral spine, making sure your tailbone is anchored heavy into the floor. There's a small space between the low back and the floor. The rib cage is softening down, and there's a small space between the back of the neck and the floor. Hands on top of your pelvis. Let's take 4 deep belly breaths just to get connected. So inhale, widen and expand, sending the breath all the way into your hands, and then exhale, connect the abdominals by pulling the belly button back toward the spine without shifting the shape of the spine. And inhale, widen and expand. Try to relax your upper body here. You'll need it. And exhale, connecting the abdominals, pulling the belly button back toward your spine, and repeat. Inhale, widen and expand. And exhale, connect. One more time. Inhale, widen and expand. And exhale. From here, widen your legs so they're about mat width apart, and there's a slight turnout in your legs. Rest your arms by your sides. Let's do some pelvic tilts. Inhale, arch the tailbone, and then exhale, gently curl, zipping the tailbone up like you're zipping up a tight pair of blue jeans. Inhale, arch, find more space between your low back and the floor, and then exhale, zip and curl, connecting the deep abdominals. Try to engage your pelvic floor here. If you don't know about the pelvic floor muscles or how to properly engage them, there's a video for that. So go ahead and check that out, because it does take a little bit of time to explain it. I won't do it here. I just want to get us moving today. And round, and inhale, arch. And this time as you exhale, gently curl the tailbone, and then lift your hips up into a bridge position. Inhale at the top, and then exhale, slowly round down one bone at a time, reaching your tailbone forward and releasing it at the bottom. Inhale. Exhale, curl your tailbone, lift your hips up. Inhale at the top, and exhale to slowly round down one bone at a time, releasing your tail at the bottom. Inhale here, exhale, curl your tail, lift your hips up. Inhale at the top, and exhale to slowly round all the way down, releasing your tail at the bottom. And one more time, curl your tailbone, lift your hips up and stay, and then lower halfway down and lift back up for 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly round down. Twist your knees gently from side to side, and then walk your legs in toward each other. Lift your arms up toward the ceiling. So we're going to get our shoulder blades in a nice place here. So lift those arms up, palms are facing in toward each other. Feel the back of your shoulder blades resting on the ground, and that might widen your arms a little bit and bend the elbow, which is totally fine. From here, shrug your shoulders up, reaching your fingertips up toward the ceiling, and then melt down, rest the shoulder blades on the ground. And again, shrug and melt. So I'm doing this to set myself up for later, because I want this nice shoulder stability when I do my core work. Shrug and melt. 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. Melt the shoulders down. Now with the shoulder blades resting on the ground, draw small, tiny circles with the arms. So nice and small, feeling my arm bone just sinking into that shoulder socket, and then reverse the direction. So I'm doing this to set up the shoulder stability. And then from here, open your arms out to a T, palms facing the ceiling, and then lift your legs into chair. Knees hovering right above the hips. Squeeze your feet, knees, and ankles together. As you inhale, twist your knees toward the right side, lifting your left hip point, but keep the left shoulder down, and then exhale, engage your abdominals, come back to center. Inhale, twist to the left, and exhale, center. Inhale, twist right, exhale, center, shoulders staying completely down, exhale, center. Keep engaging the abdominals. Every time you twist, exhale, center. Inhale, twist left, exhale, center. Inhale, twist right, exhale, center. Inhale, twist left, exhale, center, and right, and left. One more time each side, and left. Return to center. Keep the legs lifted. Place your hands underneath your head, but keep your head down. So this helps you open up the chest and anchor the shoulders. Inhale here. As you exhale, just tap your right foot down to the ground and inhale up. So we're engaging the abdominals. Tap left, inhale up. Exhale, tap right. We're going to move pretty quickly through this deep core series so we can move on to some upper body. And right, and exhale left. Exhale right. Connect the abdominals and left. Stretch your right leg long as you exhale. Inhale, bend. So if you don't know how the breath and the deep core connection works, there's also a great video for that. So again, sometimes these things take up to 5 minutes to explain, so I'm not going to do that here. But you want to feel the sensation of pulling the belly button back toward the spine every time you exhale, or you're wrapping the deep abdominals around the spine, so that deepest layer of abdominal muscle, and connecting as you reach your leg forward and left. Squeezing your legs. Inhale. Exhale, tap both feet. Inhale up. Exhale, connect the abdominals. Use the pelvic floor. And 3. You can always send me a message if you have questions. And exhale, 5. And 6. 7. And 8. 9. And 10. Lower your feet. Twist your knees gently. And then lift them right back up. We'll do some frogs. So flexing through your feet, heels together, knees and toes apart. Inhale wide through your knees. As you exhale, stretch your legs forward, connect the abdominals, and inhale, bend. And exhale, stretch forward, 2. Inhale, bend. Exhale, 3. And 4. 5. And 6. 7. And 8. 9. And 10. Legs back to parallel. Stretch your right leg up toward the ceiling. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly lower that leg all the way down to the ground. And then lift up and bend. Lift the left leg. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower. Pretending your leg starts inside your rib cage. Connect the abdominals. Do not forget that. And right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Reach that leg long. Lift it up. And bend. Left leg up. Inhale. And exhale, slowly lower. Lift it up. And bend. Right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower. Lift up. And bend. Left leg straight up. Slowly lower on your exhale. One more time each side. Right leg up and slowly lower. And lift up. Bend. Left leg. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower. Lift up. And bend. Feet down. Feet pretty close together. Lift your hips up into a bridge position. Shoulder blades anchored down. And then lower halfway down and lift right back up for 1. And 2. 3. And 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. and 10. Holding the hips up high, lift your arms up toward the ceiling. So your shoulder blades are resting, but your arms are lifted up, palms facing in toward each other. Inhale. Exhale, reach your right arm back, and inhale up. Exhale, reach left. Inhale up. Exhale, reach right. You should feel your hamstrings and your glutes working to hold you up. And you also want to connect to the abdominals. So every time you exhale, that deep core is engaging. Left, inhale up, exhale right, and left. One more time each side, right and left. Keep the arms lifted. Extend your right leg, and then reach your left arm back. Inhale up, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. And then lower that right foot, extend the left leg, and reach the right arm back. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. And then lower down, lower the arms, and slowly round the spine all the way down. Twist your knees from side to side. So I just want to do one more bridge just to really get the abdominals working. The hamstrings and glutes. Because if this is all you end up doing today, I want to make sure you feel like you got a lot out of it. So in the bridge, we use our deep core and we use our glutes, so it's kind of a double exercise. So you lift your hips up. Let's keep our arms down. Let's relax them for a minute because we're about to do a bunch of arm stuff. From here, lower halfway down and lift back up for 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Float the right leg up, inhale, into chair. Exhale, stretch your leg forward, 1. Inhale, bend. Exhale, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10. Lift that right leg straight up toward the ceiling and pulse both hips up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your foot, lower the spine all the way down. All right, we have a whole other side to do. Exciting. Lift your hips up. Connect to your abdominals and then lower halfway down and up for 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Float your left leg up into chair. Inhale, exhale, stretch forward. Inhale, bend. And 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lift that left leg straight up and pulse the hips for 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower the foot. Slowly lower the spine all the way down. Twist your knees gently from side to side. And then cross your right ankle over your left knee. Pull both knees in towards your chest. Little figure 4 stretch. Other side. You can always pause the video and stretch for longer, but I'm going to keep us moving just to keep the video short for those of us who have less time. All right, come up to sitting. Okay, so we're going to do some stuff for the shoulders, and I'm going to fold my mat in half. If you don't have a mat, that's fine. If you're on a carpet, you might not need any sliders at all. So I got this slider work from my very first Pilates instructor who taught me how to teach mat class. I still love her to this day, Terry Steele. She's in New York. If you're in New York, check out one of her classes. She's amazing. So I just want to throw that out there to let you know that some of this slider work came from her. So you're going to lie on your stomach with your hands on the sliding surface, whatever works for you. I've got to scoot back a little. And your forehead down on the ground. I'm going to keep mine slightly elevated because I'm talking. And then from here, soften the top of your shoulders. Squeeze your legs together. Press your hip points and pubic bone down into the floor. Reach your arms forward, shrugging your shoulders, and then melt. So again, shrugging and melting, keeping the shoulder blades wide on the back. just to set your shoulder blades up in a great spot. And melt. Now keep pulling the abdominals in the whole time. And melt, shrug, and melt. One more each side. Shrug, and melt. Keeping the shoulder blades plugged in, arms are at like a high V position, palms facing down. Pull the belly in, keeping the elbows straight. Inhale, float up into spinal extension. The arms come back with you, and then lower down. So do not drop the belly. Keep the abdominals connected as you float the head, neck, and shoulders up into that spinal extension, and then lower down. Because you want the upper back to be doing this extension work and not the low back. So you've got to keep the belly connected. Try to keep pressing the hip points and pubic bone down into the ground the whole time. And lift up. 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. Lift up about halfway. Bend your elbows and straighten them. So I'm keeping my shoulder blades wide on my back. Keep the abdominals connected. 4, and 5, and 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10. Lower down. So from here, we'll go into this thing called breaststroke. So we're basically just circling the arms, so taking them in a circular motion as you lift the spine up and down. So the trick again here is to keep the lower back out of it. So if that means you don't come up very high, please don't come up high. Don't come up high enough to where you feel you're working too much in your low back. Keep pulling your belly in and up from here. Lift the crown of your head forward and up, and then bend your elbows, circle your arms in toward each other, and then lower the head as you open the arms up. And again, lift up. Circle the arms and lower. Lift up, circle the arms and lower. And 4, and 5. Let's reverse the direction. Circle them in. And 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, lower down. Rest your head in your hands. Shift your hips from side to side. And then press back into a child's pose. Got 1 more series to do, and then we'll be done. Let's take a quick stretch because we're going to use some weights. So sitting comfortably, take one hand over your head, and then tilt your head down to the side. Breathe here. Turn your nose down toward the ground. And then back to center and lift up. Other side. Turn your nose down. Lift up. And again, you can always hold stretches for a little bit longer. Cross your arms, palms up, fingertips reaching out to the sides, and then rest your hands on the outsides of your thighs. And then from here, you just lean into that, reaching your fingertips out. Keep your elbows as straight as possible, and you should feel that in between your shoulder blades. I feel it all the way on my spine. Breathing here. And then come up. Switch which arm is in front, because it does change the stretch a little. And up. All right, so again, please hold that stretch for longer if you'd like to. I just want to move us through this. So you're going to grab one of your weights if you've got them, and then just place it in front of you for now. Let's do a little cat-cow stretch. So inhale, drop your belly, lift your head and your tail, arching through your spine, and then as you exhale, lift and round. Inhale, drop and arch, and exhale, lift and round. Inhale, drop and arch. Exhale, lift and round. Inhale, drop and arch. Exhale, lift and round. Coming back to neutral, grabbing the weight in your right hand. Bend your elbow, so your elbow is directly by your waist. Pull your abdominals in, and then make sure you're not shifting your weight too much over to that left hand, but you're keeping your weight centered, so you really have to use your core. Just straighten the arm behind you and bend. And 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
9. Keep that arm straight, lower a straight arm down toward the ground, and then lift it up and back 1. Make sure that your neck is nice and soft. So I'm using my shoulder stabilizers, and 3, and 4. And if this is too much with the weight, try it without the weight just to get the range of motion. 6, because what I'm doing here is I'm creating stability in the shoulder joint. 2 more. 9, and 10. Lower the weight, tuck your toes under, lift your knees up, and hover here for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take a child's pose, stretch in between. So I want to be setting up my shoulder blades in a good spot and then working the arm from that place. But if the weight is too much for you, if you feel that in the neck and the top of the shoulders, drop the weight. Get the range of motion first, right? It'll be a lot more core work, but that's no problem, right? No problem working the core. All right, so I'm going to stay facing the same direction only so that you can see what it looks like on the stabilizing side. So now the weight is in my left hand. Bend your elbow right by your waist and then straighten and bend. And 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm turning my head, 8, just to check it out, 9, and 10. Nice and easy, don't do anything crazy like that with that. Stretch the straight arm back, and 2, keep pulling your belly in, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Get rid of the weight. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, tuck your toes, lift the knees up, and then just try to lift your right hand up, bending the elbow, and then lift. So I do shift my weight a little here, but I'm mainly focusing on my core and making sure that my shoulders aren't so tight and rigid, right? And I move my arms and move my hands and lift my hands up to make sure that I'm not so set up in such a rigid place in my shoulders that my core isn't working. And then hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. Sit back into a child's pose. Reach those arms long, relaxing your head down. Take a few deep breaths here. Sinking into the position. And then slowly rounding up. So again, if you have any questions or concerns, please send me a message. You can email me, you can message me right through here. I'll get back to you. info@julieturnermovement.com. And again, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to get more like it.